Hello and welcome to Drama Recaps. Today we are exploring the 2018 American crime drama, The Mule, starring and directed by Clint Eastwood. Spoilers ahead. Based on a true story. The story kicks off in 2005 in Peoria, Illinois, with our main character, Earl Stone, an 88-year-old war veteran with a passion for horticulture. He's well regarded in his field, particularly for his unique crossbreeding of river flowers. At a conference, he encounters a booth marketing online flower sales, a concept he dismisses out of hand. Earl is a local celebrity amongst the botany enthusiasts and wins a prestigious gold medal for his extraordinary Illinois majestic rose. Meanwhile, his daughter Iris is getting remarried, and his granddaughter Ginny was hoping Earl would make an appearance. Unfortunately, his ex-wife Mary knew better than to hold out hope. Fast forward 12 years, Earl's business has been overtaken by the online flower industry, leading him to lose his house to the bank. Upon becoming homeless, Earl visits his granddaughter Ginny during her wedding rehearsal, pleasing her immensely. However, the reunion turns sour when Iris and Mary arrive, leading to arguments and discomfort. A friend of Ginny's fiancé, aware of Earl's extensive driving experience, offers him a potential job as a driver. Earl agrees, with the intention to contribute towards Ginny's wedding expenses. He's introduced to a Mexican drug cartel, who load his truck with an unopened duffel bag, give him a cell phone, and instruct him not to use the phone or look in the bag. Earl follows the instructions, and after leaving his truck unattended, returns to find cash inside. Using the money, he attends Ginny's wedding and even brings flowers. Afterwards, he buys a new truck for his newfound courier gig. Each delivery comes with a new phone, and the old one is destroyed. Simultaneously, a DEA special agent named Warren Lewis partners with a rookie named Colin, tasked with stopping drug smugglers from infiltrating the U.S. Along with another agent Trevino, they manage to arrest a cartel member named Luis, confiscating drugs, unregistered firearms, and a significant amount of cash. Facing a lifetime behind bars, Luis opts to collaborate with the DEA. He becomes an informant to help bring down drug traffickers. Meanwhile, Earl uses his earnings to reclaim his foreclosed home, paying off all his debts. He later visits a Veterans of Foreign Wars hall, only to find it gutted by a fire. Despite no one being hurt, the insurance companies show little empathy, leaving Earl disheartened at the disregard for the veterans' place. Returning to the tire shop for another delivery, Earl is tasked with a larger load this time. He's again reminded to follow the rules, but curiosity gets the better of him. He opens the bag to find a substantial amount of cocaine. As he's resealing the bag, a police officer shows up, offering assistance. Luckily, Earl has some grocery bags with him, which he claims are for his nephew. When the officer's dog starts barking, Earl cleverly uses an analgesic ointment to distract the dog from the smell of cocaine. He successfully delivers the load and gets paid even more. Back in Mexico, the cartel leader, Leighton, informs his henchman Julio that Earl will be transporting 110 kilograms of drugs worth $2.7 million. He orders Julio to accompany Earl, viewing the old man as a potential windfall. However, Julio is less than thrilled with the assignment. In the meantime, Earl generously donates money to the VFW, leading to a grand reopening party where he's hailed as a hero. He also helps fund his granddaughter Ginny's education and attends her graduation party, reigniting admiration from his ex-wife Mary, who appears to be unwell. For his next delivery, Earl meets Julio and his partner Sal at the tire shop. They make it clear that Earl must adhere to their instructions. However, on the road, Earl breaks the rules to assist a family with a flat tire. After the delivery, Julio reports Earl's non-compliance to Leighton, but the cartel leader allows Earl to continue in his own manner. Meanwhile, the DEA uses the information provided by Luis to learn about the routes, codes, and loads of the mules. While the DEA agents are hot on the trail, their information on the mule remains limited. All they know is that he transports more than 100 kilograms of narcotics to Chicago each month using a black van. On the cartel side, Earl impresses Leighton by managing to transport a record-breaking 282 packages in a single trip. This prompts Layton to meet Earl in person in Mexico, throwing a grand party to honor him. Concurrently, a DEA sting operation on a suspected hideout only yields 2 arrests and a handful of cocaine bags. Things take a dramatic turn when Layton is suddenly murdered by his associate, Gustavo. Assuming control, Gustavo warns Julio about the tightening DEA noose around their operations. One day, while Earl is enjoying a burger, Julio and his crew approach and instruct him to follow them. They take him to a secluded spot in the woods where they warn him about the importance of adhering to the rules, demonstrating the consequences by showing him a corpse. Thanks to wiretapping, the DEA manages to determine the mule's path and destination. However, their attempt to apprehend the mule, based on the description of the black van, proves unsuccessful. Upon receiving a tip from informant Luis, the DEA team stakes out a hotel, leading to the arrest of a suspicious individual. However, they only find a small quantity of methamphetamine. Unbeknownst to them, Earl watches the entire incident unfold from behind his hotel room curtains. The next morning, Earl shares a casual chat with Agent Bates at a coffee shop, offering him some family advice and implicitly revealing his regrets. While on the road, he receives a call from Ginny, informing him that his ex-wife Mary is in critical condition. Although Earl is about to embark on his first delivery under the new cartel leadership, he abandons his mission to return home and apologize to Mary. Earl's absence does not go unnoticed. Beck and his partner attempt to contact him several times, with no success. Informant Luis alerts Bates to the fact that the cartel has lost contact with the mule carrying drugs worth $1.2 million. Bates's superior, frustrated by the seeming lack of progress, wants to wrap up the operation. Yet, Bates is insistent and receives one final chance to capture the mule. At this point, Earl is beside Mary's bedside, providing comfort in her final moments. He professes his love for her, but shortly after, Mary passes away. In the midst of grief, Earl is invited by Iris to spend Thanksgiving with the family. After promising to attend, Earl resumes his illicit delivery duties. When the cartel members realize Earl is back in action, they give chase, catching up to him, and assault him. He explains that he was tending to his dying wife. Beck relays Earl's reason for disappearing to Gustavo, but the new cartel boss remains unsympathetic and wants Earl dead. Unbeknownst to them, the DEA intercepts this conversation, getting crucial information about Earl's vehicle. Despite being roughed up, Earl continues with his delivery. The DEA, equipped with information about Earl's truck and with aerial assistance, chase him down. Bates and his team successfully intercept Earl and are taken aback to discover that the notorious mule is none other than Earl. During the subsequent trial, Mary's lawyer attempts to paint Earl as a desperate war hero taken advantage of by the cartel due to his advanced age and his desperate need to provide for his family. However, Earl interrupts, pleading guilty to all charges. As he's led away to federal prison, Earl imparts some wisdom to Iris and Ginny about the irreplaceable nature of time. Iris remarks on the positive side of his incarceration, saying they'll at least know where to find him. The movie ends with Earl finding a semblance of peace as he plants flowers in the prison garden.